Asif Choudhury MD, Cultivating Gratitude, Optimism, and a Purpose-Driven Life. Gratitude has a quiet way of changing how a person experiences life. It does not remove challenges, simplify every decision, or guarantee easy days, but it can help create perspective, patience, and emotional steadiness. Optimism plays a similar role. It encourages people to look beyond temporary difficulty and remain open to possibility. Purpose brings those qualities into action by giving everyday choices a deeper sense of meaning. For Asif Choudhury MD, these values reflect a grounded approach to personal fulfillment, one shaped by appreciation, resilience, positive relationships, and a desire to contribute meaningfully to the world around him. A fulfilling life is rarely built through dramatic gestures alone. More often, it is shaped through small decisions repeated over time, choosing kindness in conversation, staying curious, making time for reflection, supporting others, and finding value in moments that might otherwise pass unnoticed. Gratitude, optimism, and purpose are not abstract ideals. They become practical habits that influence how a person thinks, communicates, gives back, and continues to grow. The power of gratitude. Gratitude starts with paying attention. It invites people to see what they have in their possession instead of noticing only what is missing. This may include appreciation of family and friends, quiet habits, chances to learn something new, and simply another day. In a society that is characterized by urgencies and comparison, gratitude provides a more healthy way of thinking as it urges people to stop and recognize what brings sense to life. According to Asif Choudhury MD, gratitude can be viewed not only as a positive feeling, but also as a method of looking at things. People who show gratitude usually become more aware of those things that help them in life, teach them something valuable, or make their life a better place to live. This kind of awareness can lead to emotional wellness as it transforms one's attention from constant dissatisfaction to balance. It is worth noting that developing habits of gratitude does not imply creating a complicated system. For example, some people start their gratitude journaling where they record 3 things they were happy about on that day. Some others reflect at the end of the day or the beginning of the day about the achievements they made, acts of kindness, and connections. A small note of gratitude written by a person can make a remarkable difference in his or her life. The most precious thing about gratitude is that it helps to be resilient. When life becomes unclear or difficult, thinking about one's life with the help of gratitude helps to maintain stability and good mood. Finding purpose through everyday action. Often, people tend to associate the expression purpose with some kind of ambitious mission, but for many individuals, purposes emerge from daily life experiences, such as caring about the family members, supporting a friend, being faithful to the promises and lessons learned, as well as helping the town where they live. Living purposefully, a person makes conscious decisions based on their own values regardless of how obscure these actions appear in their reproduction. A life of purpose does not seem to be loud, however, it can be extremely rewarding for everyone. Purpose can take various forms, such as aiding others, developing mission statements, or trying to leave everybody in a better condition than they were found. Asif Choudhury is a perfect representation of a person who possesses this kind of outlook, which grants understanding of values of making a contribution and taking responsibility. Meaningful objectives represent a significant part of the purpose, as they help the individual to find the right direction. Objectives may include strengthening relationships between the people, acquiring knowledge or professional skills, providing support for local initiatives, and performing mentoring functions. The objective itself is essential, but its value is substantiated by the motivation behind it. It is important for a person to understand not only what they want to achieve in life, but also why it is important and who can gain from it. Helping other people is one of the most straightforward methods of gaining purpose. In this case, it is possible to volunteer, help the community in need, share experience, or be available for the people in need. Optimism during life's transitions. Transitions are ubiquitous in life, yet they do not always come with clarity. Often, change is accompanied by uncertainty, discomfort, and a requirement to evaluate previously adopted patterns. During such periods, optimism takes on paramount importance, as it helps people maintain hope without losing touch with reality. This is not blind optimism, Rather, it is understanding that growth is possible even when it is unclear how the change that has happened will unfold. Dr. Choudhury's discovery of the importance of optimism points to a larger truth: that perspective is paramount. People cannot control all the circumstances, but they can impact their responses. Optimism gives them an ability to view change as a chance to reflect, rejuvenate, and improve. In addition, the presence of optimism promotes patience during times when people do not have immediate answers. Transitions can also point to undiscovered strengths. People can learn that they are more adaptable, that they have stronger faith in their judgment, and that they are more appreciative of benefits derived from the relationships in their lives. Personal growth occurs only when one learns how to embrace rather than resist change. Optimism facilitates this learning. Hope is the basis of resilience. Hope manifests itself in making a conscious choice to keep moving, keep being receptive, keep searching for the wisdom, and keep believing in the future possibilities. Building strong relationships through appreciation. Relationships are vital to a fulfilling life. They are through family, friends, or communities that people feel they belong to. However, strong relationships need actions and attitude changes. To keep relationships strong, people need to learn how to be appreciated, to listen intently, show kindness, respect, and spend time with them. One of the best ways to express appreciation is through spending some time together. The world we live in today is such that time spent together has become the highest form of gratitude. It can be a family dinner, a walk with a friend, a phone call, or a community function. Time shout out value. Listening is another important aspect. People need to be listened to before being advised. Thoughtful listening earns people's trust as it demonstrates respect for their experiences. Additionally, listening deepens the understanding and fosters relationships through patience and kindness. Community engagements shape the notion of relationship beyond the family and friend circle. Involvement in volunteering, supporting the community work, mentoring younger people, joining different initiatives strengthens one's personal satisfaction and community well-being. These activities make people realize that they belong to a bigger mechanism, a unit that is bigger than themselves. Giving back is not always about giving lots of money. It is sometimes about being supportive, sharing advice, helping neighbors, or even giving some space for other people. The appreciation is only about thinking about it but also about the actions making it real. Creating a life of continuous growth. First, the significance of life is its continuous infinite progress. Getting an education is a process that leads to progress. People who are able to accept change are flexible. It is important that the transition might happen not only in class but also as a result of reading, traveling, or watching what happens around. Writing a journal is one of the personal development tools. A journal can get to people's hearts, as they can make a connection between journals and happiness. Journaling may help in terms of self-reflection, gratitude, and understanding a person in a deeper way. Reading is another technique of people's self-improvement. The content of books introduces new ideas and new approaches. Reading books presupposes the development of patience and ability to understand the issue deeply. Mindfulness is one more new term in the world of personal development. Mindfulness means being in the moment and not thinking about anything outside the present. Acquisition of new skills may reinforce a person's positive thinking. Learning a new thing, for example, a new language or how to play a musical instrument, may make a person feel better. According to Dr. Asif Choudhury, gratitude, optimism, purpose, and capacity to learn all through life should be the basic components of every wise person's life strategy.